We're going to get all of that in here. I'm going to try to pick that all up. The more you knead it, the lighter your rolls and tea ring are going to be. You can see there's just a little bit more I could.
Yep.
So I got to keep going until I get all that worked in, and then I think it's going to be enough.
And then you put the lid on it?
Yeah, but I grease the bowl first after we. Yep. So we're going to finish this out. Pick up all that flour that's left down here, because we don't want any left.
Still some in there.
Yep, so I gotta keep it going. There's still some down at the bottom. And now we're gonna test it, see if there's enough flour in it. So we're going to, I think we got, yep, I think everything's up. So we're gonna flip it over. And if you can take your finger and make a print, and it comes back up, then you gotta know. If it stays down, then you have to put some more flour. But otherwise, if you just go like this and it comes right back up, then you know you got enough. Okay.
So now you have to take it out and grease?
No,
Oh.
I do that. Just, okay, let me get this. You can do everything right in there. You take a little, grease the sides.
Where do you get that shortening?
At Aldi's,
Oh.
but they don't make this anymore with a butter flavor. They discontinued.
So what do you put on here?
I don't know.
Like Crisco?
When they said it's going to discontinue, I bought 3 cans and I'm down to the last can.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you can just, use last.
You use Crisco?
Yeah. So what you're going to do is take this, I think I'll put just a little more flour in it because it's sticky. It shouldn't be. And you're going to flour the bottom. Grease the bottom. I put the flour, put that in my mouth. It's going to, so you can do all that without taking it out. Okay, now we're just going to turn that over. And I put just a little bit on the top. So when you put the lid and it raises, you have to let it raise until it hits the top of the lid.
Do you secure the lid tight?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Just secured, and also you burp it. That's what they used to tell us when they were selling
Tupperware.
Tupperware. Yeah, you always have to burp it. So we're going to put this on.
And now we're going to pause for a while?
Yes, this is it. Now you can, until we get back to make it. There. And then I'm going to burp it after I get all the corners. There. Let some of the air out. Leave it set until it rises to the top.
Is it going to pop that top off?
Sometimes it'll pop it off, and sometimes I can look and see if it's...
At the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
So now do we stop for now?
We stop for now.
Talk.
All right.
So this was outside, in the sun.
In a warm place,
Well, how come it fell down now?
because I'm going to need it.
But
Put it down.
it was to the top of the
Oh,
lid.
yeah, it was up.
All right.
And it was probably too hot. You don't want it out. I probably should have put it in that hot of sun.
Yeah. But it's only been out,
Half an hour?
yeah. I might get a sweet roll yet.
Well, yes.
Oh, so you've got your pastry.
Yeah, I always, that way I don't have to clean up any mess. And it looks dark, it's because all the cinnamon that goes into this spills off into the cloth.
So this is the last step before you bake it.
Yep, this is where we're gonna make the, I washed my hands good before I started because I'm not putting on gloves now. I can't work well with gloves on. And I'm gonna put just a little flour in there because we're gonna only use part of the dough. We're gonna put the rest back in here. So we're going to kind of knead this up again. And now you're going to divide how many tea rings you want, if you want sweet rolls or if you want donuts. So you divide up your dough. We're going to mix the cinnamon rolls. So this has been in here and raised a little bit more while we're making the tea ring. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to round him up.
How long does the tea ring have to raise?
Same as the rest, so it doubles in size.
Oh, it's going to double in size before you bake it.
Yeah, before you bake it.
Okay.
Mhm.
And same way with the sweet rolls?
Yes, they have to double in size and before you bake. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to roll this out. This depends how big you want your sweet rolls. If you want them big, you leave it wide. If you want them small, you roll it out more narrow. So I think Joan wants a big one, so we're going to make her a big one.
Who? Who wants a big one?
Joan?
Yeah. Joan shouldn't have any.
So we're just going to kind of square these up again. Make sure it's a square.
Now the same thing, you butter it and put
Yep.
sugar and cinnamon?
Same thing, the same thing we did for the tea ring. Boy, it must be humid. That is melting fast. If you don't get it to the edge, then it won't seal. And like I said, you can make donuts. If you make donuts out of this, you just take the dough and leave it thicker and just cut it.
And deep fry them?
Yeah, and then deep fry it. You can make the long johns, or else if you have a donut cutter, you just make the donuts because it's the same dough.
Kitchen looks nice on here. Notice, you young people, how clean the kitchen still is?
Yeah, until we mess
Clean
it
as you
up.
go?
After we bake it, we might have a bigger mess, but no, I like to keep everything clean as I go along. Then it's easier at the end. You don't have so much to do. Okay, we're gonna sprinkle that with the cinnamon. That's why I like to buy this by the bulk, because you get real
You go to the
dark cinnamon.
chicken coop, or whatever they call that,
But,
where you buy it by the pound.
at the duck soup coop,
Yeah,
yeah, it's like